Hi friends, this is Nutan here and I'm back. I'm from ND Life Coaching and I'm here to give you some tips for having a wonderful career. Today let's try and understand when we say a good or a bad environment. So what are the signs that you know that you're not in the right work environment and it's time to change your job? The first important thing to really check is how is the culture. If the culture is very disrespectful, if people don't behave well with each other, then that's not a place to be in, because this toxic environment will really affect your performance and affect all the areas of your life. So it's not the right place to work. That's the first thing. Second thing to really try and see in your working environment is how is your boss. If he's a bad boss, and bad boss to the extent that it's really hampering you mentally. We all have people whom we like, we don't like. That's not what I'm talking about. We all need to tune to people also. We all adjust with family and friends. Not everyone is the kind of person that you love. But if he's a person who really humiliates you, like for example, I remember this friend of mine. She had a boss, and that boss was one person who kept telling anything went here and there, targets not achieved, papers not put in at the right time, client has not given a document, case may not be closed, whatever. The only answer that he would have, if you have not done this, put down your papers. If you have not done this, put down your papers. If you have not done this, put down your papers. Now she was the sole breadwinner of the family. Husband was not really doing well because he was into business, not doing really well, not making that kind of money. So the entire family depended on her income. And imagine if every day she's being instigated that if you don't do this, you'll have to put down your papers. The kind of insecurity and fear that built in her, that she lost confidence in herself. And she, a top performer of the company, in 3 months came to a situation where she didn't really know whether she could work or no. That was the level of her confidence. That's the time when she came to me for coaching. And we ensured that she became mentally tough. She reached at that level where she moved out of that job and she found a job where the environment was conducive. So if it's such a bad boss, it's time that you move out, because he's one person that you work together throughout the career patch that you are with that company. So you need to look at a good boss. Another part of being a female is you should really check whether there is any kind of sexual harassment. It's really something which I feel shouldn't exist. We all ponder, but the more I meet people, the more I see environments, the clients that I'm going, when I do workshops, I get to know that it is still happening at every different level in so many companies. So if that is happening, you need to approach the company, and if they don't take care of that, then it's time that you move out of that place. It's not the right environment to work for you. Another thing that is really important is work-life balance. Now, when I mean by work-life balance, is not swiping your card in and out and finish your 9 hours and you're out of the office. No. What I mean is you need to have some personal time. I've seen this culture increasing in the last 1.5, 2 years, when technology has really come in, that people are on the con call right at 8 in the morning. When they're at home, the bosses are calling. Then they go to work. By the time they come back, half an hour, there's another person calling you. So from morning 8 till 11 in the night, you're continuously working for 7 days a week. If you're working for so many hours, where is the time to spend with your family and friends? And if you cannot give time to your loved ones, if you cannot do anything with the money that you've made, you can't step out for vacations, for family time, then what is the point of making that money? Isn't that true? So if there is no work-life balance, and I mean, when I say work-life balance, if the company is expecting you to work for 12, 14, 15 hours, work for 7 days a week, then you're not at the right place. You should move out. Another important thing is, if the culture really believes in backbiting. What do I mean by backbiting? I remember there was a time when I had tied up with a company, a principal company, and the CEO of that company was a person who was weak in his ears. His entire focus would be, how does he receive information about other people? That makes an environment so conducive for people who really get that, enthusiasm to backbite. And they feel that the boss is listening to them, so they spend so much time on backbiting. Now, when this kind of culture is promoted, then you're always insecure and fearful. What is going to happen? How someone is going to talk something about you to the boss, and that fear doesn't let you focus on the work. So, if you have such a weak boss, or rather a boss with weak ears, or the owner or the founder of the company is like this who has weak ears, if the management is like this, that they focus on what they listen and not what is real, then it's not a good place to work. So, dear friends, it's very, very important to choose the right environment to work, because you spend 8 to 10 hours of your day in that environment, and that environment should be such which can help you flourish, do well, prosper, give your best. If so, that is why I'll go back again to all the signs. 1, if it's a culture of disrespect, please don't be there. If it's a boss who's humiliating you all the time, don't work there. If there is a chance of sexual harassment and people are not listening to that, don't work there. If you feel that there is no work-life balance, you're not at the right place. And dear friends, if you feel that there is the management or the founder or your boss who's weak in his ears and keeps listening and promoting this culture of coming and telling him all small little things, and people are backbiting and he listens to all that and he throws tantrums or shows that kind of behavior, negative behavior towards you, then you're not at the right place. Culture of respect and trust has to be maintained. Only then can you deliver at your best. You will flourish, your career will grow, and so will the company. So if you don't see all these things happening, then it's time to update your resume and move out to your next company or the next job. If you are good at what you do, you don't need to worry about all these things. You will always find a place which is conducive, a place which will help you grow, and that's the place that you need to be in. So thank you very much to listen to me for this video. Please use this as a measuring sign that you're in the right work environment, and do let me know if these videos are helping you. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.